all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Hey there, your yard took a real beating this summer. Luckily, Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard has your back. Just feed your grass with Scott's again this fall when the air is cool and the soil is warm. It's the perfect time to give your lawn a boost. If you do, Winter Guard will give your yard the nourishment it needs to help weak, thin grass recover and support root growth, giving you a greener, more resilient lawn both now and next spring. Guaranteed. Grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard today. You'll be back to barbecuing in no time. This is a Scott's Yard.
Hey parents, we all try to be extra careful with our children in the car, but then we get an important call or text. Remember, our children are watching. Make every drive a good example. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Digits on the beat.
Back in the Jared the Bossman show, talking to a friend of the show, Coach Anthony Stewart, UT Martin Skyhawks joining us on the show. Coach Stewart, how things over there in Martin, man?
Man, things are good, man. I can't complain. School started yesterday. We've been getting after it. Had our second workout today, and the things are bright looking ahead.
And Coach, looking as you go into year 4 here, leading UT Martin, what do you say you feel like has been your greatest accomplishment since being at UT Martin with this young man in this university, what you've given this university since you've been there since 2016? What you think has been the greatest thing for you so far?
Probably, to be honest, right off the bat, is I've got 1,000% graduation rate. Every senior that's been on scholarship here for me as the head coach, and quite honest, as when I was associate head coach 2 years prior to that, has graduated. That's very important to me. That's what I'm about. I'm about getting young men prepared for what lies ahead, whether that be corporate America, professional basketball, fatherhood, trying to make sure they're good husbands one day to their wives. But, graduation rate, that's what this is about. I told the guys yesterday, it's not a bad thing. There isn't one guy in the NBA from UT Martin, from Tennessee Martin. Doesn't mean there's not going to be one in the near future. But in the meantime, we're going to have a game plan so they can be successful regardless of what they do.
Yes, indeed, Coach. Because the key word is there are student athletes. That's the main thing. Student athletes, not athlete students. Some schools make them to be.
Yes, that's very key. And that's just kind of how things happen in my household. 2 weeks ago, my own son, who transferred back from the ACC, was the first student athlete to graduate here at Tennessee Martin in less than 2 years.
Wow.
So he is a He graduated with a 3.8, and he is a sophomore this year, and will be in grad school to get his MBA as a sophomore.
Man, that's amazing. Congrats on that. I was going to ask you about your son, but you kind of did it for me. So thanks a lot, Coach, for that update on your son, man. Looking forward to seeing him on the court this year. So, Coach, this offseason, I know you and your staff did some self-scouting, self-evaluating of the program. So where did you prioritize this summer to kind of get better at program-wide this year?
You know, we just wanted to get better at each position on the court. We upgraded each position. We have some tremendous size this year. We have high major size. We have very big, long, skilled guards. I just got two guys late, a transfer from Oklahoma, 6'11", 285, and a transfer from junior college in Texas. He started off at the University of Dayton in Atlantic 10. He's 7 foot 300. I've also got three other guys, 6'10" or better. And so, you know, we just wanted to, this league, as you know, is very tough. They play a lot of traditional 5 men on the post, back to the basket guys. So you have to adjust towards that. And we just want to upgrade our talent level. I had my son, and one of the, things, he came back from the ACC having a very successful freshman season. And when he chose to come here, I just had to make sure he had really good players around him, because that's what he was accustomed to in the ACC. And we have done that. My staff has done that.
And, Coach, having that size you have and the defense that you play, those zones you play, that can be a problem, that length in that zone, get around all that size you got now.
It can be. We're going to take advantage of our size. We can play several different ways offensively. We can play really big. It allows us to play different zones. It gives us a lot of comfort, coverage with our length and our size and our zones, whether that be just a traditional 2-3. We can go 3-2, our matchup that we play from time to time, or we could play smaller. But our small ball, our guards, our point guard, if we started today, we'd probably be 6'5" at the 1, 6'5" at the 2, 6'7" at the 3, 6'6" at the 4. And then we scoot everybody down, throw in another 6'6" guys. Yeah, that's small ball, but that's still pretty good size.
Exactly, and really, basketball's becoming more positionless by the day, Coach. So it really don't really matter if you're 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. You're the right size and the right length. You put 5 athletic guys out there and wreak havoc all night long.
Exactly. We can. You said the key word: positionless basketball. Guys that don't really have a position, just 5 guys that can play basketball, that can pass, shoot, dribble, and think. Great decision makers. So we did that, but we have a 13-game out-of-conference schedule, and we have some big boys on there. We play some high majors, some higher conferences that have great size. So, I'm not just putting this team together to compete in league. I want to compete out of conference as well.
You got that right, Coach, because look this year. Belmont got into the tournament on Murray State, so you go out there and play a good non-conference schedule. You win good games. That Kempon Raiders good. Overseas can be a 2-bid league team now, based on what we saw this year with Belmont and Murray State.
Exactly. And we were a 2-bid league, but this conference is no kind of joke. The OVC it just keeps getting better and better and better. The talent keeps getting better, so I didn't put together just a cupcake out-of-conference schedule to give us a false sense of reality. I want us to be prepared and battle-tested.
It's funny because, I had Matt Figure on the show last week. He talked about how good of a job you've done at UT Martin. The record might not show up. You've done a great job, and you're hard to prepare for. So that's one of your coaches in your league talking about how good your job you're doing at UT Martin and how hard your team is to prepare for it and how hard you guys play every night.
Well, I appreciate that because I'm a big fan of Matt Figure. I've been a big fan of him since he's been in the league. He's done a tremendous job his first 2 years. Actually, to be honest, I haven't beat him since he's been in the league. because he's come in. His guys play extremely hard. They're tough. They're physical. And, this team is prepared, we got to beat the Austin Peays and the Murrays and the Belmonts. But, I take that as a compliment coming from Figs, because I've known him even before he was a head coach. He's a good guy, and I appreciate that from him.
Now, Coach, workouts this offseason, probably who are the guys that work out this offseason, Coach, really has improved their games, gotten stronger and bigger that you want to highlight? Because I know in summertime it's very key to add something to your game, add that strength, add that muscle, add that mental aspect to the game. So when you get on the court in October, November, it's just like water. It's like walking. You know what to do now. You have it under control. So what's some guys you want to point out that really stuff that this offseason really worked out really good and got better this year that you want to get our listeners to kind of look out for this year?
Well, you know what? Guys that, everybody just kind of got better. Craig Randall, he had a great off season. The transfer that came in from Duquesne, he played 2 years over at Memphis. My son, he really got better. I mean, he's going to open up some eyes. Not that people aren't going to be surprised, because he was very successful at Pitt his freshman year, averaging double figures in ACC play. We had got an all-conference second-team guy coming back that had a tremendous offseason in Quentin Dove. But, that's what the offseason is for. Like you said, getting stronger. Not just necessarily working on the areas you're strong, working on areas in which you're weak to make your weaknesses your strengths. And one thing that I did, I've invested in our own strength and conditioning coach, as well as our own player development coach that just work for me. They travel with us. They don't have any other sports. And that's something I did to get a competitive advantage within this league. And I think up until today, I'm the only one that has both of those that's just conducive and just strictly for men's basketball, and that's helped us.
Exactly, Coach. I want to talk to you about the recruiting aspect because, UT Martin's a unique spot in the state of Tennessee. It's kind of in northwest Tennessee. You can hit Missouri, get Kentucky, Indiana. You can go down to Memphis, Jackson, Mississippi. So you're in a kind of a good spot to get guys. So how do you go about pitching a guy to come to Martin, Tennessee to come play for UT Martin and keeping Tennessee guys in state that can probably play for you and play well for you guys and say, give us a chance here at Martin?
You know what? That is a skill set that you have to possess in order to do things how I want them done. I pride myself in the recruiting part of it. I'm kind of, I guess, if you ask anybody in the country, prior to me being a head coach, what am I known for? And, a lot of them tell me I'm one of the best recruiters in the country. And so what you have to do, and what I have realized, when I became a head coach, just because you become a head coach doesn't mean you get away from one of your strengths. And so this particular year, I think we brought in 10 new guys or 9 new guys, and not one of them visited. So not only did we get really good players, they never came here to see what it looked like. So you're selling yourself is what you're doing. You're selling yourself. You're selling your program. You're selling your mission statement. You're selling your value system. And so when you can get a kid that believes in you and he's going to come all the way in the northwest Tennessee in the middle of nowhere and not even visit, that tells you a lot about that kid, his character, and his belief and buy-in on what you're trying to do. And so it just takes a particular skill set to recruit here at Martin, because it's not easy. We probably have the worst, resources and the probably not the best facilities in the conference. But we're out here. We got a really good program. It's top notch. It's first class. And I got guys, assistant coaches, and support staff that all buy in our mission statement. And we go out and get the players we need to get.
You got that right, Coach, because, I've always considered Martin a hard job. I look at jobs around the list, I say, that's a hard job because of where it's located at. But I've seen what you've done with it. I saw what he's done with it when he was there as well. So I know it can get done. I'm proud that you're doing that for UT Martin because as an African-American coach, it's very important to me that we are successful as coaches in around the country. So I'm happy for you in that regard as well, Coach.
I appreciate that, and I appreciate that, coming from you, and I respect what you do. That's why I love to be on your show. And it's just He sure is one of my best friends, and he came here. He brought me down here with him, and together we did a hell of a job, and we're going to continue doing that. And I'm appreciative of the opportunity I've been given here at Martin by this university to lead this group of guys and kind of to be the premier sport, the face of this university. And that's big, and I don't take that for granted.
And Coach, you know, I get all you do guys on the roster here, Coach. So how do you go about building that culture and camaraderie? So many new guys on the roster, getting everybody to jail as one as you're heading into fall camp here in October.
Well, summer is very helpful in that when you're building chemistry and camaraderie and getting everybody on the same page. But we were very careful in the type of people that we brought here to this particular campus community and the community that surrounds Martin. And that goes in part of your DNA on what you're looking for in a student athlete. First and foremost, they have to be very good students, tremendous students, have a great work ethic, and just a willingness to get better in the classroom and on the court every single day. And so that kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier when it comes to recruiting. And you kind of have to be streamlined and look exactly what you're looking for, and it's like a puzzle. You need a certain piece. We're looking for certain pieces. And I do believe we found the right pieces. Now we just have to put the puzzle together.
And, Coach, I was telling somebody off the air this about Martin is that, hey, I went to Tennessee State University, so I know the direction is out in Nashville, but in Martin, you can focus on basketball only. All you got is basketball and the woods. So it's like in Martin, you can really focus on your craft. Like at TSU, I cannot focus on my craft. I had things I wanted to go out in Nashville and do. But in Martin, you go to Martin, you're about your craft. You can get better and hone your skills and hone your game mentally and be a better student than I did with TSU because I had my mind on other things outside of the school environment. So I tell guys all the time, going to a small town school sounds like a bad thing. It can be good for your career and your craft as well.
I couldn't have said it better. And that's one of the sales on guys that are really serious about basketball and serious about being students. There aren't a whole lot of distractions here. You know, we don't have the distractions of the big city like Nashville or if we were in St. Louis or back where I'm from in Columbus. So you can really hone in on your schoolwork. You can really hone in and be in the gym as much as you want to be and still have a tremendous campus life. There's a lot of good things going on here on campus and in Martin. You just have to give yourself an opportunity and a chance and don't look at the location or the region it's in. Just look at the particular university and the staff and the basketball program. But, you know, there are a lot of, and you know this, but there are a lot of good things happening here in Northwest Tennessee, in particular, Martin, and we're proud of that.
Yes, indeed, because, Coach, as you know, I know the OVC backwards and forwards. I've been here every town in the OVC, so I know it backwards and forwards. Each one of the cities here from playing football at Tennessee State University, so, I know it very well. And, Coach, speaking of the whole conference as a whole, I know we talked about Figs a little bit, but, you got Casey Alexander now over there at Belmont. Rick Ray maybe is going to be better at SEMO as well. You got Penny Collins at Tennessee State University doing better and getting guys as well. John Pelfrey at Tech now. So you got Brian Barone at SIUE. So the conference, to me, got a lot of great coaches this year. I don't know. It's going to be a tough race this year from top to bottom, in my opinion, Coach.
It is. It's always a tough race in this conference. You have your traditional powers, your Murray States, and Matt McMahon does a great job over there. Like we talked about, Figs has it going on over there at Austin Peay. I don't look for there to be any letdown with Casey coming over from Lipscomb. He's just coming home. Tennessee, Penny's got it going. And, this conference every year just gets better. The coaching gets better. The coaching hires, each hire on whenever there's a job open, unfortunately, they replace that coach with a better coach, an even more qualified coach. And I think what I found out and what I've noticed, when we came into this year 6 years ago, we opened up a lot of eyes. For 2 years, we had as good a 2-year run as anybody in the country. And then I took over, and then I actually participated in back-to-back conference championships. And so when you have, I guess, your traditional lower-tier schools, as Tennessee Martin had been, it opens up a lot of eyes, and it makes people really reevaluate where they want to be. So it's kind of like an arms race, like a nuclear arms race. You're trying to keep up with the Joneses with your your facilities, what you can offer student athletes to make the experience better, and your recruiting, upgrading your staff, just trying to get an edge on your opponent in the OVC conference.
You got that right, Coach. I tell people all the time, don't sleep on my conference. OVC's a damn good conference. It's tough every night. There's no easy outs. I don't care what the records are. It don't matter. There's no easy outs in OVC any night of the year, on Thursday or Saturday.
No question. I agree.
Now, Coach, I'll tell you what, man. I'm thank you for your time. Coach, I hope to see you guys when y'all play Belmont TSU, because I know I'm with the Hawk schedule. I also know where I'm going to be at, but hopefully it works. I can come see you guys play, man, catch up with you and your staff, man, before a game or something at the hotel when you come in Nashville and play those two teams.
Okay, I look forward to that, and thanks again for having me on your show. You do a great job, and I look forward to doing it every year, man.
Hey, thanks, Coach. Thank you so much, brother.
All right, take care of yourself. Have
All
a
right.
great day.
It's Anthony Stewart on the Bossman Show, people.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today, True Speech and 313 Fresh, Family Grind ENT. Believe in it, get it.
A gorgeous tan from Suntan City gives you an inner glow that relights the fire when you run into your first crush.
Vicky, who was that?
An old boyfriend.
Lucky you just tanned at Suntan City.
Lucky he's single. We're doing lunch tomorrow.
Won't be single for long then.
During Tour of the City, try all 5 tans, including spray tan, for just $4.99. Restrictions may apply. Click to buy now.
Suntan City, let yourself shine.
When you're a teen, you finally get to make some of your own decisions. Who are you going to hang out with? What do you want to be? Are you going to glance at that text while driving? Remember, a split second is all it takes for something tragic to happen. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
It's maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me.
Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Okay.
Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Yeah, it's your man JC, the host with the most, baby, and it goes down each and every Saturday night right here in the city of Memphis. That's right, y'all. It goes down at Clicks Sports Bar Memphis, baby. 3705 Malco Way, Memphis, Tennessee, 38125. Come out and join us, the Three Kings, each and every Saturday night for the livest karaoke in the city. Everybody gets in free till 10 p.m. Only $5 after. Great food. We got drink specials. We got all kind of games, man. We got the pool tables popping. Whatever you want, we got you, man. Come on out. Have a good time with us each and every Saturday night. That's Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis.